Today, I'm going to tell you the things that you don't know about GTA 5 and it will shock you to your core. So I do enjoy making those kind of videos, and if you like it, don't forget to subscribe and give it a like, okay? Enough of small talk, let's dive into it.
For years, you have played GTA 5 as if it were just a heist game centered around three main characters: Trevor, Franklin, and Michael.
As I mentioned in the beginning, GTA 5 looks like a typical American dream. Three friends trying to pull big heists and rise up the top, right?
On the surface, that's how we all played it, but most of us actually misunderstood the core message GTA 5 is trying to convey. Rockstar is a developer with a fetish for detail.
And that means like every time I find something tucked away on a corner of a street or in a fucking farm field or whatever, I'm always saying, wow, they really thought about that, and the answer is not changing. Yes, they did. Now, let's get to the point why you misunderstood GTA 5's story. If it's not a heist game, what is it then? It is actually a giant slap to the American dream. This game talks about how fragile human psychology is, the madness of consumerism, and how people will sell their very identity when the time comes. You can see this everywhere just by wandering around the city.
When you see the evidence I'm about to show you, you will have to try hard not to get swept up with this idea, because every corner of Los Santos is screaming it in our faces.
Let's start with our three characters, right? Take a close look at Michael. At the start of the game, he has a magnificent house, plenty of money, and he's managed to escape the countless troubles to finally establish a stable life, right? Not exactly. Michael has the house, the car, and the money, but one thing is missing in the place: peace. Normally, for someone who has acquired all this, peace should come automatically, but Michael never finds it. And this leads us to realization. In Los Santos, what you perceive as success is nothing more than an empty storefront. Michael's problem was never the money. It was his belief that he could buy everything with it. As a billboard in the game openly says that you are dead, you just don't know it yet. This was Michael's biggest issue, because he was already dead inside. Witches spend so much time with therapists. His inner peace is gone. He had died internally and couldn't figure out why. What about Franklin?
Most of us saw Franklin's constant desire to rise up
and live his life behind with a success. He desperately wanted to leave the neighborhood because he knew that if he stayed there with Lamar, he'd remain a petty car thief forever and ever.
Everyone who saw Franklin believed he was the only one who would truly make it.
I thought the exact same thing while we were playing, but guess what actually happened? Every time Franklin tries to rise and seek freedom, he becomes less free. He constantly becomes a part of the system. The only thing that changes that he evolves from being small cog in the machine into a larger one. Throughout the game, he sinks deeper into very thing that he is trying to actually escape. Trevor is actually the most raw, most honest character in the game. Everyone looks at him and see a madman, but I don't see him in that way. In my opinion, Trevor is the only character who isn't acting in the whole game. Michael is like a pretty window displays houses, cars, family, etc. Franklin is obsessed with climbing the social ladder. They all wear masks. Most of the time, they know how to play the game and tell people what they want to hear. But Trevor, however, is completely maskless. He is ugly, but he shows the truth as it is. To me, Trevor is the character that explains the GTA 5 story the most.
So, how does Los Santos tell us this hidden story?
The city constantly whispers, consume, flaunt, sell, forget. Towards the end of the game, this message becomes even clearer. On a large billboard, we see the words, "Turn your past into cash." This is a simple advert, but it is essentially this city's philosophy. In Los Santos, you aren't a human being. You are a portfolio. Even your moments, your memories, and your past are for sale. Elsewhere, a billboard above a car dealership says "Disobey." Remember what Franklin was doing? He wanted to defy the system and rise, right? And he did it by stealing cars. Rockstar is being deeply ironic here. Be a rebel, don't obey, but buy a car first. Even rebellion and freedom are packaged and sold as commodities. This is a commentary on the decaying American system. But in the end, who wins? Let me tell you that. Nobody. Yes, nobody. GTA 5 doesn't actually give us a victory. You notice that? Because the game is saying that in this world, there are no winners. Michael loses through his wealth. Franklin loses by being swallowed by the system as he rises. Trevor loses by remaining maskless in a world of lies. In long story short, GTA 5 isn't a heist story, but it's a story of decay. It's a raw critique of a modern capitalistic system.
That's all from me for now. Don't forget to like the video and give it some hype, and if you like the video, for more, don't forget to subscribe. Take good care of yourself and see you on the next one.
What's up? Can a low come up in your crib? Man, fuck you. I'll see you at work. Oh, nigga, don't hate me because I'm beautiful, nigga. Maybe you got rid of that old yee-yee ass haircut you got, you get some bitches on your dick. Oh, better yet, maybe Tanisha will call your dog ass if she ever stop fucking with that brain surgeon, the lawyer she fucking with, nigga.